guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining me for this video. As you can see from the title, we'll be doing another decluttering video. I really enjoyed my last eyeshadow decluttering video, so I thought why not do another one. You guys wanted to see it on my Instagram. Please follow my Instagram, which is Hands and Loose. I had a lot of recommendations and a lot of people asking me to do like the rest of my makeup, which I thought sounds quite smart. I'm not bragging in any way, shape or form. This is just my job. If you want to see how I decluttered my base type of makeup, or depending on, I don't actually know what it's going to be, depending on how long the video is, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I have these three drawers right here. This one's more of an empty one just because I actually emptied it the other day, but I will be doing all three of these drawers. So this here is like my foundation drawer, another foundation drawer, and then, oh god, and then here is my foundations and primer, not foundations, concealers and primers, which will be sorting. And then lastly here, I have my powders and foundations apparently. Oh, and a lip gloss, so yeah, and a lid. So yeah, we'll be definitely sorting all of these. Okay, so right here I have all my foundations. So these are all the foundations that I currently have. They're not... there are quite a lot of foundations, but to be honest, I do work with makeup, so I'm guessing I'm going to have a look. See, there's a primer there, I don't know why that's there. But yeah, we're just going to sort through them. I know a lot of them have expired already, a lot of them I don't use anymore. So we're going to work around. I do feel I am going to be keeping quite a lot of them, so if I don't tend to declutter a lot, it's fine, don't worry. Just because I tend to, obviously foundation is something that I use daily when I do my makeup, so yeah, we're just going to randomly just start. I'm going to be putting my keep pile over here and my throw pile, I don't know, I'll probably just chuck it somewhere. I'll probably just put it like here, but I'm not keeping. So here we have the My Perfect Colour Foundation by Primark. This is £2.50 in the shade Light Beige. This is the Perfect Finish Foundation. I did do a YouTube video on this when I first started my YouTube channel. This is amazing. I don't know if they still sell this. This is very, very similar to the Giorgio Armani foundation. Now, originally I didn't believe this because I only recently got the Giorgio Armani foundation, and as soon as I put it on, I thought it was literally the exact same, and I remembered using this. This has definitely expired. I've had this a long time now, so I am going to have to slightly get rid of it. It is only £2.50, so of course I can stock up and get more, but this is definitely a foundation I'd recommend if you've got a Primark near you. Next we have this one right here, which is the Revolution Pro Foundation Drops. I have the shade F8. I am a massive fan of these foundation drops. They are amazing, but sadly, obviously, I think this one is finished, so this is going to have to go in my throwaway pile. Next we have this guy right here, which is the Vichy Derma Blend Foundation in the shade 20 Vanilla. I think this might be too light for me. I think I might have another one right here. So I have these two right here. One's in the shade Sand, one's in the shade Vanilla. Let me see which one is going to fit me. If anything, I might just give this shade to my mum. This is the shade Vanilla. Let me just have a look. I don't really want to open this because then it's contaminated. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get rid of Vanilla because this doesn't fit me, and then keep the shade Sand, which I haven't looked at yet. I'm going to put that over here so that I know, and I'm going to be keeping this one. Next we have right here, which is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Foundation SPF 50. I will be keeping this. This is in the shade Natural Beige. I love Maybelline foundations. They're probably one of my best drugstore foundations. This is amazing. I love this. Very, very similar to the It Cosmetics CC cream, which I love also. So I'm keeping this one. I need to use it more, so it's definitely going to go at the front of my drawer. Then obviously, like I just said, we had the It Cosmetics CC cream. I try to not use this as much because it is expensive, and this is the sample size, like the travel size, which was £13, which of course I'm probably not going to use loads of it. There's 12 millilitres in here, so I'm definitely keeping this one. But I just wanted to say, obviously this is more of like a dupe to the It Cosmetics one, and this one's £9.99. So I would recommend probably getting this one if you wanted to try it. If you wanted to splash the cash and treat yourself, then of course this is great. Then we have the Revolution Pro Full Coverage Camouflage Foundation in the shade F8. Again, I did a video on this one. I was a huge fan of this. This has a shelf life of 6 months, which isn't great. I would love the shelf life to be a little bit longer, so I'm definitely have to get rid of this one. So yeah, and it's practically, I think, nearly finished. Then we have here the Rimmel Lasting Matte Foundation. For some reason I haven't had this too long. This has an 18-month shelf life, which is great. I haven't had this too long, but the fluid in here has just got a little bit funky. I'm not a fan of this foundation, to be honest. I don't like matte foundations. This is the wrong shade for me also, so I will sadly be getting rid of this. We have the Lumine Invisible Instant Glow Fresh Skin Tint. This is absolutely superb. If you've got mature skin, if you've got everyday, if you've got like young skin, if you've got middle-aged skin, teenage skin, any type of skin, this would be amazing for you. It just adds this really depth and glow. Let me just check this guy right here. It's amazing. Unique those places, but this is a great foundation. It's not really a foundation, more of a skin tint, like I just said, which is why it's called a skin tint. I don't think they have many shades, but you don't need to have the shade that matches you. This is in the shade dark, I think, for me, and universal dark, and it just has this really warm glow. So especially if obviously it's not summer yet, you want a little bit more of warmth to your skin, but not like tan feeling or like tan looking, then this is great. Definitely keeping this. One of my favorite drugstore foundations, which is these three. These are the sleek life proof foundations. These are the sweat proof oil free foundations right here. This is a great foundation. I have mentioned this quite a lot on my Instagram and whatnot. Now I don't know if you guys can see, but these two are supposed to be the same shade, but they swatch completely different. Like this is definitely LP07 and this is probably like LP08, but it says LP07. This actually might be darker than this one. I'm not too sure, but I am going to just be keeping LP06, I think, and LP07. I think one of these is still, yeah, I don't know why I've opened them all, which is a bit silly. I think I only just took it out to swatch it because I was wondering why it was so dark. However, I'm going to be keeping these two. We have the Revolution Pro Powder Foundation. I am not a huge fan of this, to be honest. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it's really nice, but I wanted to get it in different shades. Not that I'm not a huge fan of it, it's just that I feel I've only used it a few times, especially in that like review. It's just not something I gravitate towards to like powder foundations. As you can see, this is the only one in my collection that I have. I don't really like the whole idea of a powder foundation. I think it's very cakey, very heavy, not a lot of skin textures, and skin in general can take it. So yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of this one. I have the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless 24-Hour Liquid Foundation. Now, to be honest, I just don't know what I want to do with this foundation, to be completely honest. I really don't know. I'm in the shade 41NN. I don't know what I'm feeling about this. I think what I'll do is I'll keep it and try it again, because I wasn't a huge fan of it in my video. I'll keep it, try it again, and I'll see how it feels. If not, if I don't like it, I'll either pass this to a friend or my mum if it fits. If not, I'll just have to get rid of it. Then we have these two right here, which are the Flormar H. So we have the Flormar HD Invisible Cover Foundation, and then we have here the Flormar Perfect Coverage Foundation. What I like about Flormar is that in their foundations they both have SPF, which is great. I will be keeping both of them. I'm in the shade Honey, I think it is here. So this one is in... This shade is in Honey, and then I have this one in Natural Beige, I think. Yeah, Nude Beige. So I have these two. I'm keeping these. Okay, so next we have here the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I need another one of these. This is finished. I'm in the shade Barcelona Medium 4. I have had this years, so I am sadly going to be throwing this away. This probably is one of my favourite foundations. I think this was one of the first like big foundations I bought. I remember buying the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, but I didn't like that, so then I got rid of it and got this one, and this one was amazing. My mum bought this for my birthday. I think this was like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, can't remember now. But yeah, massive fan of this. Love this, but sadly it has to go. The Stila Hide and Chic Fluid Foundation. I don't use a lot of these foundations enough. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to start working through them, not using the same foundation more than once, like per time I use a video, because sometimes I use the same foundation just because I love it so much. However, you guys probably want to see more looks with different foundations. So here we have the Hide and Chic Foundation. I'm in the shade Medium 3. Gonna keep this, obviously. I've only used it once. I did like it, I think. I can't actually remember, but of course I need a bigger opinion on it, so I need to use it more. Another favourite of mine, which is the NARS Natural Radiant. I think this one is nearly finished. No, it's probably not. It's probably just I can't actually remember now. Is this one open? No, this one's a fresh one. There's one in here, so I have 2 for backup. I don't actually know how long they last. Oh, they last 2 years, so I've got plenty of time to get through them. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping both of these. I am in the shade Sahel Medium 2.5. I think this is the same one. Yeah, Sahel 2.5, so I will be keeping these. We then have here the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. This was one of my favourites back in the day. I used to love this. Like, I remember when Superdrug used to have like the 2, like buy one get one free, or the 2 for like buy 3 get this, like the cheapest one free, or something like that. I used to love getting this. This actually has SPF 17, which I've never seen before. However, I am gonna have to get rid of this because I think, one, I've had this way too long. Like, I've had this way too long. I've had this over like 2 years, and it only has a 12-month shelf life. And yeah, but for those that are probably gonna ask, I'm in the shade Neutral Gold, well, Golden Neutral. So yeah, I would recommend getting this. I might actually stock up on another one of these. We have my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundations. I've got the shades 320N, 310C, 315N and 305N. I did have another one, however it was just not the right shade for me, so I did pass it along to a friend that was the right shade for her. These are amazing. I definitely can mix and match depending on like the time of year. Sometimes my undertone quite changes. Obviously if I go a little bit more warmer or yellow, then yeah, but I love these. Definitely recommend keeping all 4 of these. Then we have here the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation SPF 70. This is way too light for me, as you guys can see. It's very pale. This is in the shade, doesn't have, oh, LN3, I'm guessing. I'm gonna get rid of this just because, or I might actually give this to my mum. My mum doesn't really wear foundation. I like the doe foot applicator on this, but it's just not the right shade for me, so I'm not gonna keep something that's the wrong shade for me. We have here the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 6. I will be keeping this just because I've only had it, how long does it last for? I've only had it a little while now, but it is a really nice foundation. I've used it a few times, so we'll be keeping that one. We have here the Maybelline Superstay. Oh, this was one of my favourites. Again, I think I saw Tammy when she first came out of her YouTube video on this ages ago. I watched it, I grabbed it because of her. This was before I was actually like doing makeup online. This is one of the first foundations that I bought, like foundation that I bought myself. Like I actually went into a store and bought it, other than the NARS one that I showed you, which my mum bought for me. I grabbed this because I saw Tammy do a review on it, like I just said, and I fell in love instantly. I bought the shade 36 Warm Sun. I think it was the first shade that I'd ever purchased, and it was the right like swatch for me. I swatched it pretty well, so I was really proud of myself. But I've had this way too long. It's one of my dear ones that I don't want to get rid of, but I know I have to for space reasons, so sadly I will be getting rid of this. We have here the Kat Von D, or KVD Beauty now, Lock-It foundation, I think it's called. This is the 24-hour full coverage. I've got the shade Medium 54 Neutral. We'll be keeping this. I don't really see myself using it again for a while, just because I don't really want that heavy cakey foundation, so maybe I can leave it up until winter. It does have a 12-month expiry, so maybe I can use it in the like autumn time, because in the summer you get really heavy and cakey, so I don't really want to be using that in that time of the year. But yeah, I will be keeping this one. I have this one right here, which is the Revolution Conceal and Define, no, Conceal and Hydrate actually, Radiant Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid, medium to full coverage. I'm in the shade F10. Definitely will be keeping this. One of my favourites. I love the pump idea compared to the doe foot. The doe foot was really nice, however it was a bit hard. Couldn't really get the product out as much, but yeah, love this. Definitely keeping it. Would highly recommend. I have here the Revolution Conceal and Define full coverage ones, the Define one in F8. I am a bit all over the place with the shades in these foundations. They are a bit messy now. Like compared to before when I first got their foundations, they were really easy to pick from, but these days I can't tell from F5, F10, F8. I will keep this for now. It's not my favourite one, but I'll keep it and see if I can finish it. I have here the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturiser in the SPF 20 in the shade Nude. This is I think a little bit light for me, so I do tend to mix it with this one right here, which is the NARS Pure Radiant foundation, not foundation, tinted moisturiser SPF 30. Can someone who's a little bit, I know I should know this, but sometimes I get a little bit confused. Can someone educate me with mixing SPFs? This one's an SPF 30, this one's SPF 20. Does that counteract the SPFs in both? Please let me know if you know. Sorry if this isn't focusing properly, I'm still getting used to this camera. This is in the shade Cuba, too dark for me. me, so I mixed it with this one, which is a nude. Let me see the shelf life on both of these. They're both 12 months, I believe. This one's 18 months, so 12 months. We'll be keeping both of them. I can't wait for the summer to be using these because I don't really like to wear foundation in the summer. And here I have two nude stick, these are like tinted blur sticks. I am actually going to keep both of these. I think they both work. I have not used these yet. These are in the shades medium 5 and medium 4. I'm going to keep both of these. This is just little cute little sticks. I'm probably going to use these on my no makeup days, so yeah. One that I'm keeping is the Illamasqua skin based foundation in SB11. This is slightly a wrong shade for me, however I don't really mind. I don't know if this is even ever going to focus really. This is a really gorgeous foundation, great for skin, gives you that wet sort of like second skin finish. I love this, so definitely keeping this one. I have here this Wet n Wild photo finish foundation in golden beige. I won't be keeping this just because not a huge fan of it. Smells like paint, doesn't look great on my skin. I've had it over a year and it's just not my jam. Have this one right here, which is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. Someone asked me the other day, what foundation would you wear for like natural skin, affordable, radiant. This one right here, this one is great by L'Oreal. I'm in the shade, what shade am I in? Golden beige 140 if anyone is asking. So yeah, I need to use this more, so I'm definitely keeping this one. One that I'll be keeping, which is actually quite nice for the time being, just because it's brand new and I got it in PR. This is a brand that I don't think many people know of yet. It's in Marks and Spencer's, I believe. This is Diego Della Palma Nudissimo foundation. I'm in the shade 247N or 247N. This is a really nice foundation. I love the packaging. The packaging is so sleek and sexy. This is a soft matte foundation, so if you're looking for a matte finish, then yeah, excuse my dry hands. This quarantine has made me wash my hands continuously, so yeah, this one is a really great one also. And this one right here, which is the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiant Perfecting Foundation. I've got this in the shade Linen, which is 2N2. We'll be keeping this. Obviously I do really love this foundation, really nice, perfect shade for me. But I also have this in the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear one, the other one, which I have these in two shades right here. I think they're both not the correct shade for me, but I'm going to keep them both anyway to mix and match with other foundations. I don't think these have any SPF in, but I've got them in the shades 41N Sultan and 4W1 Maple. They are too dark for me, but I can make them work, obviously. I have here my Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundations. I've got this one in the shade Almond. I have this one in the shade Amber. And then I have this in the shade Caramel, which I think they are all the wrong shade for me, so I'm going to have to use these as bronzer sticks, which I'm going to take out and put here so I know that these are like bronzer sticks. The Revolution Matte Base Port Blurring Full Coverage Foundation. Now I don't know what to say about this. I think this is nice, however I really don't like, not a fan. I think the packaging, no, I don't think this is for me. To be honest, I haven't thought about it since I tried it on my review. I don't really see a lot of people use this. It's not really a highlight foundation, to be completely honest. Am I probably going to use this again? No, so I will be giving this away. The Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation stick in 240 Natural Beige. I did purchase this. I got this from Beauty Bay when it first came out. This is just not my jam. I don't really like it. I prefer the other Milani foundation, which I'll talk to you about in a minute, so I will be getting rid of this one. Like I just said about the Milani one, this is the Conceal and Perfect. This is a brand new bottle. This is the medium beige number 421. I will be keeping this. Amazing foundation, amazing. This one right here has some special love in my heart because this was the first ever YouTube video, beauty video I'd watched, and this is the product that made me get hooked onto makeup, because I saw a beautiful girl put on this foundation and I had no idea what it did until she applied it, and I was like, I want it, because you couldn't see anything anymore because of how full coverage it was. So yeah, definitely keeping this. Next, have the Milk Makeup foundation right here, which is the matte foundation. I don't think this is matte. I think they lied. This is beautiful, so a very natural finish foundation. As you can see, it's nearly finished, so I am going to keep this just to finish this off. It has a 12-month expiry, so I'm going to use this as quick as possible because I know I've nearly had this a year, so I'm going to keep this one. The Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15. I love foundations that have SPF in, they're my favourite. This is in the shade Honey 5. This was probably the reason why I'm going to keep this. Is I do like it. I think the coverage is really lovely. However, as soon as you apply it onto skin, it just dries down super duper quickly. So I don't know. I'm going to keep this obviously because I don't want to waste it. Onto the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. I want to see a luminous one. I'd love a white packaging for this, or like a blue or a navy one or something like that. The Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. I think I've had this quite a long time. I don't even know if this is finished yet. I'll keep it just so that I can finish it. I'll probably use it for my makeup tutorials when I'm doing like my eyeshadow videos, just so I can use it up. But I probably won't go out wearing this. It isn't my favourite foundation. It's nice, but it's meh at the same time. I have here, I don't think I've used this yet. I think I might have once. Yeah, I've used this once. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick in Natural 05. I'm really starting to love Bare Minerals. They were a brand that reached out to me a month or two back, and I was over the moon because I'd seen Bare Minerals for so long and I wanted to try them. So kindly they did send me over some stuff. This was, I think, included. So I'm going to be using this. I don't think it comes a ton. Oh, maybe it does. Oh, okay. So you do get quite a lot of product. Or decent amount anyway. I don't know how much this is retail for, maybe between £19 to £25. I'm not too sure. I'll keep this. I'll put this at the top of my pile. I'm not really a true massive stick fan, foundation fan, but I'll try it anyway again. Two foundations I'm obviously keeping are the Juvia's Place. This is a bronzer shade, so that's got to go in my bronzer section. But this one right here, Panama, this is, oh, I love Juvia's Place. This foundation, I'm sorry if you can hear the banging upstairs, my neighbours, but yeah, this foundation right here is magnifico. It's brilliant. I love it. It's really super affordable, definitely worth grabbing. He's literally killing me right now. Now we have the Airbrush Flawless Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. Way overhyped. It's nice, but it's just, I was expecting a bit more, like, I was expecting a little bit more NARS Natural Radiant from it in terms of like the consistency, the longevity, the look. It was supposed to be more like more airbrushed in a sense. This is a little bit more cakeness, a little bit similar to the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in a way in terms of like texture, how it applies, whatnot. But yeah, I like this. Obviously I'm going to keep it because this, how long does this last for? Yeah, I want to keep this just because it's Charlotte Tilbury and I tend to keep anything from Charlotte Tilbury. Some of these, obviously, foundations are gifted. A lot of these I paid for myself, including like this one. So yeah, I've got this in the shade 6 Neutral for anyone that is wondering. Left. Now we have this one here, which is the MUA Pro Base Longwear Matte Foundation. This is super affordable. I think this is around a £5. I'm going to keep this. I like it. I definitely like it. I'm going to keep it. So yeah. We then have these stick foundations from Kiko, which are really nice. That's another bronzer stick, which is gonna go in the bronzer section. I think this, yeah, so this one's a really nice shade. They're not my favorite consistency in the world. It is nice. It's something that I probably just like put on for my my Instagram videos or something like that, like my eyeshadow videos. So yeah, I probably wouldn't go out every day wearing this. It's not my favorite stick foundation, but it's really nice anyway. So I'll keep this one. The Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation, the Pro Filter Hydrating one. This is in 260. Obviously keeping this. This is amazing. Love. Great foundation. Really beautiful. I was hoping that I could get maybe the Morphe one for the hydrating version in this sort of, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I will be keeping this one. Sort of colours, Meet Your Hue foundation. Again, I'm going to keep this. I don't really use it enough. It's not crazy amazing. Like a lot of these foundations, there's a few out of here that I could pick out that do the specific things that I would remember. This is not one of them, but it is nice everyday foundation in 117 light and medium, so I'll be keeping this. I have the Kat Von D or KVD Beauty. I think this is the True Portrait. Yeah, the True Portrait liquid to powder foundation in medium 033. Beautiful foundation, really nice. Need to keep using this. Lovely. I don't think it comes with loads of product. No, it comes with 30 millilitres. Okay, so yeah, and it comes with this like squeezy type little bit, which is cute, so I'll be keeping that one. Have one of my favourite foundations. I really want to try the concealer to this. I really do. This is the Beauty Blender foundation, the Bounce foundation, in the shade 3.25. I need to get a darker shade, to be honest, but this is amazing. Definitely keeping this. This is my front of my pile. If I'm going out to an event, etc., I'm definitely getting this one. Now we have here the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. This is in Noisette or Nosette. A lovely foundation. Also going to keep this. It's just beautiful coverage, beautiful finish, beautiful layout. Everything about it is lovely. Got this in TK Maxx actually, I think for like £7.99, £4.99, I can't actually remember, compared to its retail price, which is around £34 I think. So yeah, we'll be keeping that one. Here, the Code Beauty. I haven't used this yet, I don't think, or have I? I think I might have used this. This is the Radiant Second Skin Finish Beauty Balm by Code 8 Beauty. Again, I'll be keeping this. This packaging just so like different and unique. I love it. So definitely will be keeping this one. Really nice finish. It's definitely more of like a beauty balm, as it said. It goes on really nicely, blends out really nicely. I'm in the shade N25. Definitely a brand to invest into. Not a lot of people talk about Code 8, but they're amazing, and you can customize and make your own lipsticks. We have the Freya Coverage Foundation. This obviously looks like the ordinary foundation. It's not, but I'm not going to keep this just because I never touch it. I never wear it. I never use it. But it's nice. It's just something I don't really gravitate towards as much. Of course, we have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation in 260. How long is the shelf life? 12 months. I'm going to have to finish this soon. I know there's only a little bit left in here. Gorgeous foundation. A lot of people are very like different on this. They love it, but then they also hate it at the same time. I love this, especially straight off I've dermaplaned, because it sits beautifully on the skin. If you have texture, this is not for you. The hydrating one will probably be for you, but this one, if you have textured skin, sorry, but this is not for you. You have beautiful skin anyway, but if you have no texture or you've dermaplaned and you've got rid of peach fuzz, this is glorious, but only for so long. These two right here, I'm probably not going to keep either of them. This one is the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation. I think I used this in a YouTube video. It's not amazing. It's not amazing. I haven't gravitated towards it since, so I'm not going to be. I'm going to be getting rid of that. And then we have here the Lasting Glow Foundation by L'Oreal. This one is I got from Amazon. You can get this from Amazon. I'm in the shade 207 Sand Beige. I saw Anushka wear this and I bought it myself from Amazon. I love Anushka. She's amazing. Her gorgeous makeup and YouTube videos. I was very inspired by this. Bought this, but I haven't really touched it since, just because I've had all this to get through and many more. So I forgot to mention this one, which is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Foundation. I will be keeping this. This is a really nice foundation. I've got it in the shade Buff, so I'll be keeping this one. It is my non-keep pile. I think we did okay, not amazing. That's my bronzers and that. We didn't do amazing, but we got rid of what we needed to. And then here is what I'm keeping. I really thought I'd be down to like this much, but clearly not. But we'll get through it, people. Obviously, I've got a few that are empty, such as these ones, ones particular for summer and things like that. Like I just said, empty ones nearly. Ones that I want to use more. So we'll get through them, people. We'll get through them. If there's any particular foundations here that you want me to do reviews on that I haven't yet, or you want me to use in Instagram videos or YouTube videos or video ideas in general, please let me know. I'm going to be using this hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to try it again just because it's not my favourite, but I'm going to go for it again. I didn't really see the hype. I was so excited for this, but I just realised that it wasn't amazing. So I am going to put them back in the drawer now. I'm not looking, I look oily, but I'm not. It's just my skincare that I've had on for hours now, and it's just made my skin look really glowy. I dermaplaned today and I did my first session of laser hair removal on my face at home, which I'll be doing a YouTube video on soon, which is so exciting, because I have always wanted to do laser hair on my face at home. I didn't want to go pay thousands to get it done at like a shop, which is great of course. However, I wanted to get it done at home where I do it myself in my own time, and use those IPL, I think it is, machines. I've got one. I am doing a review on it, so that will be up in a few weeks. I'll be doing it on my arms and my face, but my skin is looking pretty decent. So yeah, I'm going to put them away in the drawer now, and then yeah, but I just wanted to say to you guys quickly, are there any like reviews or tutorials or any videos that you really want to see from me. I know I keep putting this poll up on my Instagram, but I just keep forgetting. I'm the worst. I have some reviews coming up soon. Ta-da! Okay, so this is my empty drawer that was previously full up. So I have my empty drawer here, and then in here, dun dun dun, we finally have put all of my foundations in. So I got rid of enough to fit all of them now in a current drawer. So if I need to get them, I just grab them and leave them. Perfect, perfecto, brilliante. I'm in love. I like the whole setup of it as well. Like, I know a lot of you are going to probably send me hate comments saying I say really too much, or they're going to say to me it's just not organised properly, but I don't care. It's my room. I know what they mean to me. So, but I'm so like, I'm so happy because I've now got extra drawers, which I don't know what I'm going to fill with yet. I think the next video is probably going to be my concealers, primers and my powders. I'm going to fit into all one video. There is a lot. This is my primer and concealer drawer. I didn't want to make this video too long. Primer, concealer drawer, and then obviously I've got my powder drawer, which we'll probably do. I'll probably film tomorrow, in fact. So I can just do this day by day. And then we have this bad boy to get through, which is the lips. Excuse the towel on the floor, that will now not close. And then we have all of these here to get through. So yeah, we have a mission on our hands, but we're going to get through it. I like these videos. If you do, please give it a massive thumbs up. Thank you for watching if you are still to this point. Let me know what other ideas you have for videos. I'd love to hear them. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye.